Okay, so the freeway, and luckily I checked Google Maps, the freeway is completely shut down. So I'm going to have to take this road with traffic lights all the way to where I'm going. I guess there was some kind of major accident. So that's really going to slow me down, but oh well, gotta stay positive. It's a busier day than usual. Just to give you an idea of what is technically busy here in Florida, it's a busier day than usual. I guess because it's Saturday and the weather's nice, so you've got a lot of people out, people wanting to go to the beach, enjoy their time. Enjoy their weekend. I'm starting to get pretty hungry. I had a really big breakfast before I left, so it's like 1:42. Haven't had lunch yet, so starting to feel it. It's a pretty sunny day. There are no clouds in sight. The sky is completely blue. Graves entrance next right. I don't know what that is. Maybe for some sports event or something. I really don't mind driving. I find it to be pretty relaxing, especially like on a day like this when, well, where I'm at right now, there aren't too many cars on the road. So I can just enjoy the drive. There's a new Publix here. Publix is a grocery store that they have almost everywhere here. And I see there's a scat bus ahead of me, so I'm going to get back into the left lane. We don't have much in the way of transportation here. We have something called a scat bus. I think that's pretty much all we have as far as public transportation is concerned. And the scat bus, it goes to a stop every 2 hours, I believe. So, and it only goes to on major roads, and it takes a long time to get anywhere. So it's definitely not a way to get around unless you have no other option. But even then, it can be a challenge. might stop in at Publix and get a sub. That sounds really good. So you can probably see right up why I pulled into the left. Oh. So the bus stopped, kind of got out of the way to stop. Sometimes it doesn't. It will stop right on the road, and you've got to work your way around it. So that's why I tried to avoid the bus. I tried to avoid getting behind the bus when I'm driving. Just passed a sign that said speeding signs doubled when workers are present. So that's usually in construction areas. So if you're speeding in an area where people are working on construction, whatever fine you would get, it would double. So if the speeding fine was $200, but there was a worker present, then they say that it would be $400. So that would be quite a ticket. Just generally for safety. I'm moving over because the person behind me is getting pretty close and seems to want to go faster than me. So the left lane is for passing, and unfortunately not everyone knows that, so people that don't let people pass in the left lane, they slow down traffic and cause problems. That's often when you'll see some crazy driving too, because the person in the left lane is causing bad traffic, and then people behind them will get really upset and start kind of driving crazy to try to get around, and so it's dangerous. But yeah, unfortunately, not everyone seems to be aware. But I like to get out of the way. If I see someone coming up on the left lane, I like to get out of the way. I don't really like people tailing behind me. But that's just how I drive. Tailing, if you don't know what that means, like if you're learning English, tailing means to drive very closely behind another car. And here in the US, they don't naturally do that. Like it's something that you're trying to scare the person in front of you to either move out of the way or go faster. And don't think you're allowed to do it, but you'll see a lot of people doing that. I've never heard of anyone getting a ticket for tailing. We're stuck in some bad traffic here. Google Maps is showing this route as red, but it should clear up soon. There's a Dollar General over to the left. I don't know if you could see it before. Dollar General is different from Dollar Tree. So Dollar Tree, their logo is green, and in that store you can get anything for $1. So everything that they sell, believe it or not, is $1. But in Dollar General, people get that one confused. Dollar General has a yellow sign. It's just cheaper products that they have different prices, and it ranges, I think, from like $1 to $10. But Dollar Tree, you can get some really good deals, like some things you wouldn't believe is $1. It's a great place to go if you have a party. You can get all kinds of supplies there. This is a town called Northport, and it's somewhat diverse here. I would say most of the foreigners that I see in Northport are from Russia or around that part of the world. So it's pretty common to hear people speaking Russian in stores around here. They have a lot of little European stores and markets that are adorable. There's a really good Colombian restaurant that we passed that it's family owned, very authentic, absolutely delicious. Love that place. Anytime I come to a town, I try to have something different. Like, I try to avoid the chain restaurants, and I'm really happy if I can find something authentic, like a real Colombian restaurant, for example, or an authentic Thai restaurant, or something out of the ordinary. There are cute little Greek restaurants that they have in another town. In another video, I want to record going down the beach roads and more in the bigger cities, because there is a lot more to see there. The beach roads are gorgeous, just absolutely beautiful. The roads that go along the beach. This is probably not the time of the year to go down them, though, because it's springtime, so this is our busy time of the year. This is when a lot of people come down from up north to stay here for a while. So places like the beach are very crowded. On that topic, actually, the people that come down here are called snowbirds. So we call snowbirds people that actually migrate. And you don't usually think of, humans as migrating, but there are humans that migrate. They're always looking for that perfect weather all year long. So in the summer, they'll go up north, and in the winter, they'll come down south to here, to Florida, where it never snows, and we have a pretty nice winter. And yeah, you call that a snowbird, migrating people. Generally, they have a house up north, and they have a house down here, and I don't know how they do it. Maybe I can find a snowbird one day and interview them, if you'd be interested in knowing more about snowbirds. But yeah, that's a thing. That's a very normal thing here. And so in Florida, I'm a year-long Floridian. I'm here all year long. Here in Florida, when the snowbirds come down around like fall, winter, and spring, they stay for usually half a year. That's when it's really crowded like this. Like, I don't know how it is in your area where you live, but this is crowded. Where I live, in this kind of area, in these kinds of cities, this is crowded. And that's because of the snowbirds. But it's a good thing. Sometimes you see people complaining about snowbirds being here and how bad the traffic gets, but snowbirds come down and they bring their business, and this is the time of the year when the economy's better. So I think Florida really depends on having these people come in. You see it, but there's a Sweet Scoops ice cream place on the right that we just passed. That place is famous. They sell ice cream there, and usually there is a line of cars out on the street to get to that ice cream place, especially on a hot day. So if you like ice cream, I hear that place is really good. They do an amazing business. like how that truck in front of me is kind of all over the road. I like to stay away from people that are kind of moving like that. Can't quite see what's in... He's kind of swerving all over the place. That's crazy. Can't see his license plate because it's completely covered up by whatever that thing is in the back of his truck. And the thing in the back of his truck seems like when his truck moves, it seems to be shaking. I'm not sure how sturdy that is. A lot of people I know, when they see someone driving dangerously, like, kind of, they look like they're drunk, like a drunk driver, they try to quickly get around and get in front of them. But for me, I feel like the safest place to be around a drunk driver is behind them. They can't hit me from back here. Looks like the thing on the back of his truck is not really sturdy. I thought it was the white thing that was shaking, but it seems to be the whole entire thing. Doesn't seem to be on quite right. There are all kinds of stuff that seems to be holding it together. Uh-oh, there's a detour ahead. Oh, that'll explain this traffic. You can see there, detour ahead. That means that they're going to tell us to get off of this road and onto another one. There's probably another accident up ahead. I can see some police cars up ahead with their lights on. Quite a lot of accidents going on today. The whole entire freeway being shut down all day. That's a really bad accident. And now the alternative, slower route also has detours. It's not a good day for driving.